Alright, so this is a video from the M Lab. It's from my mod, Beanbag, and I guess she's going to do a podcast. This is an hour long, so I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to try my best to react to this as best as I can. It might be a big nothing burger, or it might be something. She might be playing game while she's doing something, so I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know who's going to be presenting this, and I don't know what's going to be said. I'm hoping it's going to be tame, but we'll see where this goes, so let's play it.
Alright, everybody, welcome to the M Lab. What it shortly stands for is the I can't put that on YouTube for YouTube purposes, but today we're going to definitely talk about some stories that I saw on TikTok and another one on Instagram, and that is going to be apparently someone's wife. I'm not going to say who it is, their names and stuff like that. I'll probably show the video on here and everything. It's apparently someone's wife. Her husband ran her over with an excavator. I think I'm saying that wrong.
Excavator?
What it was.
Excavator.
I don't know if it was excavator or if it was just like something completely different, because the lady says a different name. But and honestly, it's just an excavator. And blames her husband in a joking manner because she is. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. And then apparently, no, not insecure. No, I'll get into that. Like I said, a little bit later. And also we're gonna talk about an elderly woman dies after a teenage employee beats her up, in a coffee shop. And then maybe we're gonna dabble into some things that Wolf has told me about.
This is a real story. I'm not saying what she's saying is not real. I'm just saying like this hit like national news.
You mentioned it to me earlier. It was actually pretty cool. But we'll see how we get into that today. But let's start with some introductions. My name is Beanbag. I'm 25 years old. I'm kind of just more of a middleman type person. I don't really take sides and stuff unless like I absolutely have to, or I'm really passionate about something. So I'm kind of just like, I love talking about everything. I love talking about cooking and all that stuff. I also have here I have Tony, and I also have Wolf here. So Tony, go ahead if you want to say some things about yourself.
Yo, how's it going? I'm Tony. No, I'm playing. Yo, what's good? Tony, also known as GSW Tony. I'm a practicing medic. A lot of things that I talk about is purely from what evidence is given. I have a lack of empathy in a lot of things, but that also makes me the best person to talk about pure facts. So, what's up?
All right, well, go ahead. Tell yourself. Put your input in here.
I'm just here. No, I'm joking. My name is Wolf72. I have my own gaming channel, and also the footage you're seeing right now is going to be me playing in the background while we all talk about little things here and there. These two mostly talk. I'm kind of the quiet one, but I put my input here and there. Unfortunately for you, you made this a union, so we're voting you out.
Oh no!
You're chairman and everything. All right. But I play a lot of video games. I'm the techie guy. I'm the guy in the chair who helps with the editing if needed. I do things logically based. I like my good little fun facts of the day and random shit you'll never know and hear about until I say it.
Okay.
Like how many raccoons can fit in a certain person's area.
Okay. Well, okay, that's awesome. Anyways,
This only against my will. This is the only time I get a chance to say it. I'm here against my will. Help.
I mean, no, you're
blink 3 times to the audience.
Okay, let's fast forward a little bit on this.
He's not, you know.
Okay. Alrighty. So, anyways, we're gonna get.
I want to stay on point. We're getting off course here. Well, I'm trying to be nice as possible to. I'm gonna speak directly to Bean, because like, she knows I love her. But the thing is, try to keep on point. Don't go very off too far from the initial idea. What was the point of this podcast? I know that you're trying to show your personalities, but like a lot of people, I've learned this. A lot of people find your personality if you stay on point on why we're here. So you're telling a story about, I guess, a murder. I think it's a murder for her, right? So I'm hoping that we can get down to business on what's being said here. I think it's a murder or something supernatural. I think it's just a murder, but we'll see.
The M Lab is about so our channel is mostly about like theories, slice of life, home remedies, workout motivation, workout gaming, gameplay. We're gonna talk about like anime, manga, psychology, lore, mystery, motivation.
I think that's a little too much. I think if you focus on like 1 or 2 things, max 3, because it is a podcast. But like if you focus too much into many various things, you'll tend to stretch yourself short. I learned that the hard way. I think it's good to like focus on 1 or 2 things, maybe 3, but that's like 6 things, and that's a lot. I would focus on just like, for instance, let's use me for example. I won't say I do podcasts, I do reactions, but it can come off as one, I guess, based on what's being reacted to. It can start a conversation. So what I would do here is the introduction to the story. So I've kind of learned this from Mikey, because I'll ask my mods, even Bean, and I think mostly Mikey will respond a little bit more than they would, but he'll say the videos are fine. Like, the YouTube videos are fine. The problem is that the introduction is a little too long. Just stay on point. Why I clicked on the button, because, people's minds are a lot more shorter now. Their attention spans are a lot more shorter now. I mean, a lot more shorter than it was like 10, 15 years ago. So what we need to do is keep on point. So like how when we're doing the animation stuff, you see how I just get into it, what's the video about, get in it, and just get into it? Because if I go on a whole diatribe about whatever the fuck, people are going to click off. You know what I'm saying? The point is getting as much eyeballs. And I know you're trying to show your personalities. I get that. But like, you have to realize that people just don't give a flying fuck. They want to know why. And then they'll eventually like you. Like, it's like this. If you make a good burger, right? and people come for the burger, they'll eventually like you because they'll associate the burger to you. If they're just only here for the burger because they're hungry, they're not going to want to know what the fuck you have to say. But if you're there and you're doing the thing that they came here for, and they keep coming back to you, eventually they're going to know who you are, your name, and get to know you, right? Like, it's like when a new restaurant literally comes into town, you don't care about the people per se. You care about if the food tastes good, right? So if the food tastes good, that's initially why you're there, right? You will eventually come back a few times, and it becomes your, I won't say your main hangout spot, but it'll be one of the most like favorited places to go eat. And then after a while, you get used to the local staff, whether it be the chef, the waiters, whatever the fuck, how the restaurant is constructed. But you'll eventually get used to the local staff, and then you'll start knowing their names and stuff like that. And after a while, they become part of the community, right? So that, and then they have their own personalities that you can have an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that works. I think the best way to do content is just stay on point, what it is, and get to the point. Because people eventually like you and know you that you are reliable, that you're going to give what they came here for. So that's something I learned horrendously. So
We're going to be a little bit of funnies, a little bit of the hangout, just talking sesh. We're going to probably get into like ideology and philosophy and the philosophy of life. Just a bunch of friends just getting into a group and, you know, just having a fun.
I don't think it makes sense to tell people any of this. I think it makes sense just to get straight why you're even here. People they'll be smart enough to figure it out. But better yet, what I would do is like, if you want people to know what your channel's about, just make a 30-second to a minute trailer. I would make a 30-second trailer. Yeah, 15 to 30 seconds trailer, at max 45. But I'll say 15 to 25-second trailer. People will be like, okay, I know what this channel's about. If you do that, then you don't have to let people know on your first video.
I hope you guys will be able to stick around, and if you have like any questions or you want to conversate in the comment section, go for it. I love to read them. But aside from that, what are we cooking up today? So, like I said earlier, apparently this guy's wife ran his wife over. Now,
Okay.
I kind of want to get...
It just like jerked and it rolled over the other foot. And that's when my right side got degloved. And then the skid steer just spit me out. Like I like flew. Husband gets out of the cab screaming, "Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!" I was probably screaming bloody murder for like a minute or two. I mean, everybody could hear me. And then after like a minute or two, the adrenaline just goes throughout my body. It mellows me out so much. Like I'm focusing on my breathing. Like I'm processing like, okay, I just got ran over. Like I'm so chill.
Wait a minute. This happened on stream? Wait, this happened on a video? This is on a video? I'm so confused. Okay, so she gets run over by one of those tractor things. And this was on TV? It was an accident. Okay, it was an accident. And we posted this shit? Wait, am I the only weird one for this? I feel like I'm weird for laughing at this. Maybe I don't know. The fuck? So the dog did this? So wait, the dog did this?
And my husband is over me. Oh my god! Like he's crying. He's like, sorry. I literally look at him and I'm like, shut the fuck up. When anyone gets there, I told him to tell me.
I'm probably
Okay.
gonna try to blur her out because I really don't. I know she's probably posting to, you know.
No, it's public. No, I don't think you need to blur her face. No, you don't have to blur her face. Once she posts this in a public format like TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, you don't have to blur anything. The only thing you need to blur is probably she getting run over or in case of people. Other than that, no. This is my advice to Bean and her team. So like, just if she decides to watch this or rewatch this based on my reaction on this is my reaction to her and giving her advice on what she doesn't have to do. The lady put on a public place. You don't have to blur anything. You can take that and use that. Well, you can use it. Just be mindful how you use it. So
Talk about her trauma, get through her trauma and all that stuff. I have no issue with that. It just, in my head, this is just more for like information purposes of like just figuring out how and why the human brain works and like how does it affect other people who are seeing her content. And, you know, good for her going through, you know, her trauma and posting it online for people to see, to, you know, I'm just saying like it's good for her to get that feeling out, you know what I'm saying?
is it really good for her to post that? Maybe I'm weird. I'm probably weird. Maybe I'm weird. I'm weird. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying it's good either. I think that's just kind of like extremely neutral. Like, yeah, you should get over it. Don't get me wrong. She's not having a fucking mental breakdown about it. But like, is that something to be championed about? I don't know.
I hope you
Like posting it, I'm saying.
do you need me to explain it a different way?
I hope it's good for her. I hope it's good for someone when they lose their dog. You just tell them good for you, buddy.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
like this is something that's good for
I'm
her.
pulling you. I'm pulling
Okay.
you.
Well, she did apparently. Okay, let me tell you the story first, and I'll probably play the video after this, or add the video into this recording after this. But apparently,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me. It's good that she got over it. She's okay. She's fine. And she was like, you know, but like posting it. That's the part I was like, I don't know where she gets, you know, like where she get championed on it. I was not sure for. Yeah, like she should have. Like, if anything, most people would suspect she died. I thought she died because when I heard she got run over by anything but a car, I was like, okay, she's probably dead or something. I probably wasn't paying attention hard enough. I'm sorry. That's my fault. This is not towards Bean or anything. It's just like. My fucking ears was not working at the very beginning. I was kind of just trying to figure out what was this video about.
Driving the excavator or whatever.
Isn't it an excavator
the dog
or a
ran out of the
tractor?
garage, or she was with her dogs. They ran out in front of the excavator, and it's like one of those ones that have like an opening in the front. So apparently, one of the dogs jumped into the caravan and hit the joystick for it to keep moving forward. And the wife apparently was standing in front of the
It could
excavator
be fun.
and just completely run her over. Like, it started from her, what I'm guessing, her left leg up, all the way up to her knee. And
No, because it's probably something popular, so they're just trying to jump on it as fast as possible. That's probably why. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. She's or it's just something that intrigues her, but she didn't put a lot of like, I want to say research. You know what I'm saying?
twisted her
Always a
around.
reminder to feed your dog proper food, or they'll try to kill you.
Well,
Okay.
I guess.
Or
Hey,
make
don't
sure you
skip
give
out on
your
the treats.
at least, yeah, don't skip out on the treats or your dog. It's always
I'm gonna
look,
try
it's
taking
like
her out.
wait, it's like that meme. It's like that meme. Like, your dog has a low percentage of killing you, but there's always that 1%.
Yeah, that dog was the 1%. He used what the statistic was made for. He said, "I didn't get my fucking greenies today, so I'm gonna put you in the ground."
So, so apparently it went up the right leg all the way up to her knee and stuff like that. Spinned her around, towards the skin off of her.
I kind of want to see this horrific accident. I low-key want to see it myself now. Can you guys find me the video and send it to me? I would love to see this accident. Like, I'm gonna check Twitter, because Twitter will be a more. Twitter's just don't give a fuck. You can find people getting killed off just off rip. Like,
Just kidding. I'm doing it.
Okay,
Listen,
but
I'll make sure to cut in and cut out if something is copyright needed or not. I know that I already read it all, so I'll tell you when it's good or not.
yeah. All right. So besides that point,
What's
what
her name
happened
on
was she's
TikTok?
Posting it all over her TikTok and stuff like that. Just basically like.
No, did we get divorced because he ran me over? Did I speak? Go in the fucking corner. So back to what I was saying. No, we're not getting divorced. Honestly, I'm always in the right. I get to do whatever I want. I'm gonna write this forever. Honestly, all jokes aside.
I really hope that's just a joke. I'm gonna be that guy and hope that's just a joke. I'm just gonna hope that's just a joke.
No, we're not getting divorced. I always get comments like asking, do I feel any type of way towards him because he ran me over? Do I see him different? No, I don't. When I was going to get the dog, and the dog jumped into the skid steer, and like my body like got ran over, it was just slow motion for me, and all I can remember was like looking at Peyton and like I was talking to myself, and I was like, okay, Alyvia, like because at the time I knew. I'm the girl that got degloved by the skid steer right here.
I don't like that. Okay, I understand she went through an accident, but what I don't like is that she's capitalizing on it to a degree, and I don't think that's a good sign. Like, I get it, you went through a traumatic situation. You are not dead. You seem to like laugh it off, and I commend that. That's fine, because like a lot of people tends to make a big fuss out of virtually everything and anything they could.
You know, posting her trauma online, which is okay. People can do that. You know, that's just how some people cope. But the main thing that kind of bothers me about this is that she's blaming her husband in a sense of form of. Like, there's some videos of her saying, oh, my husband ran over me. And I'm like, why are you saying your husband, though, if you are saying that the dog jumped into the caravan and pushed the joystick and basically run you over? Like, yeah, your husband was in it. But I'm like, don't put that man
I guess so.
on that emotional trauma. But I want to hear your thoughts about it, guys. I don't know if you have some input about it. Because, like,
See, but this is why I don't like. This is why I have. This is one of the biggest issues I have with the internet. Because instead of it being a tragedy that happened, she survived. I'm okay, guys. Everything's be fine. It was just a really bad accident. It is what it is. Thank you for your concerns. I'm alive. We're all gonna be good. Thank you. I appreciate it for your concerns and all that great stuff. Instead of leaving it to that and that's it, they're doing TikToks about it. I'm like, I don't like this look. I can get you can make a joke out of the situation and about the divorce thing. I get that. Like, fine, it was a joke, whatever. You're just making light on it. But when you make a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth different video, like it's getting to a point where this. I'm not saying what happened was staged. It just seems like it's taking less seriously than it should have now, and it's losing its novelty in the sense of it being an accident and it being like, you know what I'm saying? Like it cheapens and dehumanizes the idea of something that could have been horrendously horrible, right? And what will this do? It will teach younger generations or younger kids or people who are just impressionable think, oh, she got a lot of fame and fortune for getting hurt. You know what I'm gonna do? I might do something kind of similar or put myself in a similar situation just to see what can happen. Because so, you know, these kids, they don't really want to put planning in anything. They'll just hope for the best and see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this.
You know, she is posting it out there. She's kind of blaming her husband. There's some people in the comment sections that thinking that they're gonna get a divorce because, you know, he ran her over. But I have to admit, this kind of plays the part of how people see things and perceive it.
See, the thing is, I've been doing this content creation thing since 2013, and I've learned how much the type of content you post out there, or just content in general, because people are so impressionable. Kids are so impressionable. Look at Kick, right? So when you say you're a Kick streamer, instantly we think you're a degenerate, and you haven't done anything, right? So because Kick has such a reputation worse than Twitch when it comes to the behaviors of their content creators. I'm not saying all of them. Not every Kick, you know, content streamer is some type of insane degen or some shit. I'm not saying that, but there is a stereotype that is so now stuck with Kick. It's not Kick at first, when it first was like really brought into the zeitgeist of things. It was seen as the second coming of what Twitch should have been or what Twitch should have stayed as. And then when people really got to know what Kick was, it realized it's just as worse or probably more than Twitch, right? Yeah. So like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that the lady's fine, and I'm glad that she made light of the situation and she can just, you know. But what I don't like is that they're making content every 5 seconds about it. It's just like, no.
Have like stuck to that account the whole entire time, and she's just asking for trouble. I'm not gonna lie, you know, because I think one of her most popular videos was saying like, "Oh, my husband ran me over with this," and that's where I got hooked onto it because I was like, "What the fuck happened? Did she leave the husband? Did he do it on purpose? Was it attempted murder?" So then I had to go through her whole account just to see her journey, which she's doing great. You know, she took 6 months to walk again, and yeah, I just want to hear what you guys' input on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about the fact that she's changing up the story, I would say questioning her character, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's as far as that goes. I mean, how do you go from, oh, it's not his fault to it's his fault? Like, I understand you make it like a joke, but then if you do it repetitively.
You see how long I've been doing this? Even my mod's friends are saying this. I don't know if I don't know if her friends are also content creators to that degree, but they get what I'm saying here. Like, when you make content like this after something as tragic as that, almost got tragic that you could have died or been like mortally maimed. You know what I'm saying? He just said it, right? Self-preservation, right? I do sometimes.
You're not making a joke anymore.
Yes, it's just fucking dumb.
I mean, like, there's people in the comment sections. Yeah, there's people in the comment sections that are like, "Oh, she will play this for the rest of her life on her husband," but don't you know that's going to create a lot of mental strain on your partner in the long run, to the point where you guys are going to start having problems? I mean, if they believe that their marriage is probably gonna do perfect all the time.
No, if your marriage is going to crumble because of one small accident that you can make light of, and you guys are going to get divorced after this, it was an era of marriage to begin with. It was just a timeshare at that point. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to like get divorced because you went through an accident that the dog caused, that it was not intentional for that to happen. It was a literal accident, and somehow we're going to get into a divorce over that. Then, oh my god, like, it's like in marriage. I kind of noticed this with. I'm not saying that Beat said this. I'm not saying anything. Like, I'm not saying that she said this. I'm not saying her friend said this. This is my opinion. It feels like in Western society, whenever there's any form of discourse in a marriage, instantly we just want to break up. When things get like a little hard or a little difficult or a little uncomfortable, all of a sudden we need to break up and divorce. I'm like, why? Isn't being a marriage to see that you can go against those potential crossroads and overcome them as a team? Now, it depends on what the crossroad is, but like 9 times out of 10, something like an accident like that and you survived it, I don't think that should be up for no reason to be divorced, right? Like, people make mistakes, right? Like, come on, maybe not. But then again, if you're making YouTube videos on it, that's probably TikTok. That's probably replacing the arguments in that sense, maybe. But it shouldn't be that serious. You survived. It was an accident. Just be careful. X, Y, and Z. Keep the dog on the damn leash so that this doesn't happen again. That's it. It's not like rocket science. It's not like this man is out here cheating. We don't know that. But it's not like this man cheating or she's cheating. Let's put it this way. Let's literally just reverse the roles. Let's say it was the woman in the tractor, and then it was the husband guy ran over. If the husband were to ask or file for a divorce for his wife, accidentally running him over because the dog was doing something stupid, instantly that dude will be maimed, ostracized, yelled at, called names, saying he's less of a man because of a simple accident. People will disregard his safety in the sense of saying, okay, you survived, you may have a YouTube video, TikTok about it, therefore you should just get over it, dude. You know what I'm saying? At least you're not dead, or at least you're not in the hospital like that. At least you don't have, like, you may have to get some medical bills probably, but like, you know what I'm saying? You're alive, you're walking, you're talking, you're making TikToks about it. Get over it. A dude did this. If it was the other way around, they'll tell the dude to get over it eventually. Or if he said he was going to get a divorce from his wife for accidentally killing him, he'll be called a bunch of names and say he's less of a man because of an accident. They will excuse the woman almost instantly.
Time, and they will probably work it out together and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like posting this kind of stuff online is just more of, it should just be awareness, not making
let me put it this way. It's like, if your woman slaps you across the face, like, if whether it's your girlfriend or your wife, if your significant other slaps you across the face for something and everyone else saw it, do you know what everyone's going to ask as a dude? They're going to say, what did you do to get her so mad? Not, oh, she shouldn't be slapping you. Right? But if it was the other way around and the dude slapped his girl across the face in front of everybody, not only that, they're going to attack him. They're going to say, what's your problem? Counterattack. Counterattack, let's go. But like, if it was the dude and he slapped his woman across the face, whether it's girlfriend or wife, in public, not only that, dudes will come in to step in and then simp for her and try to beat his ass and stuff like that, not knowing who this dude is. He could be a gang member, killer, whatever the case may be, right? Maybe he's well-justified slapper. Maybe she was doing a bunch of cheating. Maybe she gave him AIDS or something like that. You don't know. But because you see a man slapping a woman, therefore you think it's your turn, you have to step in for that particular situation, right? But if the woman was slapping him or whatever the case may be, you guys wouldn't say shit. You'd probably make fun of him, take pictures, take out your phone, laugh, X, Y, and Z, say, you go girl, you don't get taken from any man type shit, or something wrong across the lines of that being like, what did he do to make her so mad? So if he retaliates in the sense of yelling or screaming or even physically counterattacking her, instantly he'll be met with force. So like, why would they get a divorce anyway if she ran him over? That is just an accident. It's made as an accident. It was caught on caught on camera. Obviously it was not on purpose, because who stages something like that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the point of getting a divorce. That shit is dumb. Unless they have other underlying issues, that's one thing. But that shouldn't be one of these. This should be a non-factor or not even on a tally. It's just an accident.
And I mean, like, if you have dark humor, that's fine. Once in a while is fine. But this is kind of like few videos at a time.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's too many videos for this to be going on. You gotta stop making videos. We gotta stop thinking that because something goes right or wrong, whether which one, we have to make constant videos on. Sometimes we don't have to let everyone know the fuck is going on with you. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things you can share, and there are certain things we shouldn't share. Or share too much. And I think that the newer generations, whether it be late millennials, I would say early, I'll say late Gen Z or like late millennials tend to give too much information about themselves on this internet and need to prove that their state of mind is always in some type of like awe.
It's kind of like you're projecting a little bit, that you're blaming your husband when you said it was the dog that triggered this to happen. You know, so it's kind of just like weirds me.
It's an unfortunate set of circumstances.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just easier for her to blame the husband than it is for her to blame herself. I mean,
Oh no, yeah, she will definitely not take accountability. Most women are not incentivized to take any form of accountability for themselves. Not saying that they some women don't, not all, but a majority of women are incentivized not to take accountability for anything they do. Now, I'm not saying there's no honorable women out there. There are very good women out there who are very honorable and they'll take the bullshit when they know they're wrong. But there's a high percentage of women who don't take any form of accountability for the shit they say or do.
For anybody, it's easier to blame somebody else, a thing, an object, like God, than say, I made a mistake.
Yeah, in a way, I kind of feel like it was her fault and somewhat of the husband's fault because she stepped in front of it, and the husband should have known that if I see the dog running around, I should have stopped it or turned it off completely, like the kill switch. And
I don't know if vehicles like that have a kill switch.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really know much about that, unless like, well, if you want to look up if like excavators have like kill switches.
Most heavy machinery should have a form of a kill switch in a sense. It's kind of like how did I say?
See, the difference between a podcast and a reaction. A reaction is going in blind. A podcast has a little bit more responsibility, have a little bit more research into the thing they're going to talk about, because what's happening is when you do a podcast and you're doing like a video on something that may require some form of research, it's just gonna be it's more of a blind reaction, if anything, with friends. It's not really a podcast to a degree. Like, I think podcasts kind of consist of a certain level of research to a degree. You get what I'm saying? I think everyone gets what I'm trying to say. Like, if you watch like Tim Pool or like Joe Rogan or whatever case may be, you know what I'm talking about. Or like the Hagen twins, the Hog twins. They have to have like a staff or they do the research themselves. I don't know who they do the research for, but they have, or like I think even Alba and Preach does some form of research to a degree before they make their videos, so they don't say the wrong thing, because they may misspeak or misspoke or may not have all the facts, and they may end up prematurely making a video and then ruining the lives of other people, stuff like that. So
it's not a button or anything. It's kind of like a little lever, or kind of like not like it's how they're set up. It's hard to explain. That's
a good question. That's actually a good question, Mighty. Like there is a bunch of safety questions that need to be asked, how they got to that point for it to be caught on camera the way it did. So you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain how it is. Hold on, I'll look up something and try it.
Yeah. So that we can figure this out properly. So like
See, this is why this is part of why I don't really do podcasts, because you have to. It's why I said earlier I don't really do podcasts, because you have to do a certain amount of research, not all the time, but it's always good to have be prepared to what's going to come up, because a podcast is expecting you to have some form of factualities on whatever the hell I wouldn't say quote unquote reacting to, but you get what I'm trying to say. But this is why I don't do them. This is why I like doing reactions, because even if I don't know, it's just a dude reacting to something. I don't need to have all the facts on something till like further notice.
This is all going down to like human behavior and how it affects others. She might be doing this to recover from her own trauma, which is fine.
I think she's doing it for clout.
I think yes. I think Wolf is right. I think they're doing it for clout. I don't think about trauma. Fuck that. Because if you was traumatized, you would not let a lot of people know about it. You would try to figure it out, get some therapy, everything on your son. You keep that to yourself type shit. Nah, I don't think it has nothing to do with no fuck-ass trauma. I think that word trauma is overused and overthrown too much, and this is not Bean's fault for saying it, but that's my personal opinion. I'm just saying, like, I do not think that it's trauma per se. Yeah, she was traumatized, don't get me wrong. Who likes getting run over by a excavator, I think it's called? Or some form of tractor? Who wants to get run over by that, right? But, like, since you survived, you're making videos about it, you can't be that traumatized.
I think it's only for clout.
Yeah, because now she's kind of like pushing it on and saying like, oh, this happened to me, because like most of her videos actually did gain a lot of traction. I kind of feel that way too. I'm like, okay, now you're trying to milk this a little bit too
much. Yes.
My American education trying to spell fucking excavator.
What?
I don't even know if it was an excavator or not. I probably just say excavator honestly, or heavy machinery. But yeah, no. To keep going on with this a little bit. In my opinion, she could post it online, which is fine. But if you keep going too far and making jokes out of it, like, imagine how that feels for the husband. Because he was the one that was basically driving it, but didn't have the intentions to actually run you over.
No, he's probably fine. To be honest with you, if the husband's taking part in the videos, he's fine. The reason I'm saying this is because he'd rather her make a bunch of videos and try to make some jokes out of it than he argue with her daily, every day, on a constant. I know this because trust me, if my dad had to choose between my mom making a video about something and arguing about it, he's definitely picking her making a fucking video. He don't want to hear her voice, hear her mouth. He don't want to hear anything that he doesn't have to, like, say sorry for, right? And I'm really doubting saying sorry to her half the time because she's making videos about it, right? And she's benefiting from it. There's nothing to be sorry about now at this point. If anything, she kind of wishes it happens again. I don't think the husband is actually... I'm not saying the husband isn't sorry, don't get me wrong. But I'm just thinking that the husband is probably more okay with this than you think. Because a lot of husbands don't want to hear their wife's voice, especially when they're yelling at them about something that they can't fix. Especially something about the past. Oh my god.
If that was me, in my opinion, I would just like have like a really big talk with my wife or husband or whoever I'm with and be like, listen, like, I know you're posting this stuff online, which is totally fine, but you gotta understand at the end of the day, it's also causing a mental toll on me.
Actually, it's not totally fine, but that's why we're having this conversation. It's not totally fine. If it was totally fine, we would never hear anything you have to say. So no, it's not totally fine. I'm just trying to tell you that it's not totally fine in the most nicest way possible.
And you doing this is, I don't know, I would find it very embarrassing, honestly.
Okay, so depending on the brand, there's two different types. There's just the ignition key emergency shutoff, which is just the normal, just you turning off the vehicle. Right. But it's different than most vehicles because, like in cars, it's a nice shutoff. But for excavators, it's a abrupt emergency shutoff every time you turn it off. But for some of the bigger ones, it uses a mushroom-style red button for emergency shutoffs that use the hydraulic system to shut off the engine immediately.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but I hope it was,
If it's one of the smaller, cheaper ones, it seems to be a key ignition base.
Oh, okay, key.
So all you had to do was just turn off the vehicle, literally with the key, then everything will be fine. But that's unless the dog isn't in the way of wherever that is, because depending on the brand, it can literally be fucking anywhere in a horrible place probably for what happened.
Yeah, because the way in the video, that looks like the dog literally jumped right onto him, like into his face, in which I feel so bad.
Are you sure it's not even staged?
I really doubt that a woman would stage her own skin being ripped off. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying the likelihood on that, and it was caught on camera. I don't think it's caught on stage. I think what's happening is that we're just so used to people just capitalizing on their bullshit too much. It is part of the Western culture. Like, okay, let's use an example. The Hawk Tuah girl. The bitch only said Hawk 2 spin on that thing, and that's it. Now she's a crypto thief. Like, I honestly do not think she planned that out. Especially for the dog to do what it did. You know what I'm saying? Like, they trained the dog to do that, just to do that so she can go after the dog to get run over? I don't think so. That's too elaborate, and I don't think they're that much of a super genius playing 4D chess like that. Right? So I think what's happening is that, like I said earlier, we're too used, us as a Western society is way too used of letting people know on our BS on a constant. And then what's funny is when people say we don't want to see that shit, guess what we'll be called?
You're a hater. you just hating. Stop hating. You're jealous. You're this. You're that.
You're being hateful. You're being judgmental. Everything under the sun. Then can you just say, like, can you not post this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. Well, it was serious, but now you're alive, so it's not that serious now, right? So like, if I was anyone, if I was her, because people gotta ask, are you okay? I still don't know why would you post this, right? I don't know why you would post that, even though you survived. I wouldn't post that. Because people are going to blame me as the husband, but let's just say they didn't or didn't, I wouldn't post that. But the fact that you posted it, and then you made a video after saying that you're fine and X, Y, and Z, okay, fine, you confirmed that we're okay, we're good, fine. That sucks that you got hurt, but you're okay. You can live in our day, your life is not changed, great. That should be the end of it. But when you start making videos after that, go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not feeling bad for you now. Like, I feel bad that something happened to you now. I feel like that was more real than it was. I don't think that was staged. But the fact that you're capitalizing on your bullshit just dehumanizes the whole, like, seriousness of it. It's just kind of stupid. Like, fuck the husband. Like, I don't give a shit about his feelings. I'm like, you're the grown woman in this situation. You're an adult. You're not an idiot. Like, why are you posting this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's weird. Like, we gotta stop posting everything and letting people know on our bullshit.
I mean, she has it on her camera. She said she even showed the video of it happening, of the dog like jumping into their face. That's what I'm saying.
Like, what's the likelihood of this? Like, this is a very high, like, this is, I don't know. Something about it just screams just like saying right here. I feel like if you really look at it, you're gonna see the strings.
No, I don't think so. I think it's real, but it's just that they're capitalizing on it. That's it. I think that's literally what it is. There's no way they're playing 4D chess to be ran over with a dog chasing after the tractor or some shit like that for her to get run over like that.
Yeah, in my opinion, I did feel kind of off about it because the way that she's talking about it, the way that this is happening, it kind of just feels like it's staged. Or it's, yeah, but you know, she did show that she was in a hospital for a while.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's what makes me think it's not real per se. But then again, some people will they will sacrifice their children just for a little bit of fame. See that one chick for who was doing that podcast thing and she was trying to get with Drake and they said she fucked him or something like that, but it's never really like confirmed. But there's been rumors that she fucked other rappers and stuff like that to skyrocket her career. Didn't go so well in the whole YouTube scene, and then she got an interview with Drake, and then I think before the second interview she said to him that she purposely missed her daughter's birthday just to have to sit with him in bed to talk about his stupid life, and he literally looked her dead in the eye and said, "You're a horrible parent." For someone like Drake to look you dead in your fucking skull and say you're a horrible parent is volumes right there. You know what I'm saying? So there are people who are willing to sacrifice their children at the altar for fame. So I'm not saying that Wolf and Bean isn't wrong to think it's staged. I just think we are too used at people trying to always get a come up on virtually anything and everything that they can because their lives suck. So they'll do anything to, you know.
She learned how to walk and stuff like that.
It's very rare Drake W, right?
I mean, maybe. Who knows? There's probably people out there who
Yeah, you'd be surprised when people do it for just money.
Yeah, well, like.
No, there's people who really will hurt themselves. You know, those people they'll say, "Come kick me in the balls" type shit. They'll do that. I blame Jackass for this.
Tony, you know what happened to you today? That guy.
Hey, PT.
Just randomly jumping out of
Oh
the
yeah.
car.
So to give some background to people who don't know this, I work as a private security guard for a company. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But today I had an individual run in front of traffic, specifically run in front of a moving vehicle, to ask them for a ride. Now, to be fair, this gentleman clearly seemed to be neurodivergent in a way. I'm not an expert in identifying people with, you know, that kind of tendencies or whatever it may be. But you know when you see somebody, you can tell.
Mentally unstable.
Very much. Gentleman ran in front of the vehicle, tried to ask.
So my mod is doing a podcast, and we're reacting to said podcast. They're talking about a lady who got ran over by a excavator. I think that's what it's called, that tractor thing, by her husband on accident because their dog ran in front of it or some shit. I think ran in front of it or turned it on or some shit, and she got ran over. She's alive. She's alive. She's perfectly fine. She got fucked up, but not fucked up. Her leg got fucked up, but she's fine. She'll live. But the problem is that she's making too many videos on the situation to the point that it comes off extremely disingenuous. And it's Subnautica 2. I think this is the latest installment. It just came out.
The hell down.
You'll never catch me play this. These are one of those games I just can't get my teeth into. I just can't.
Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, so in that sense of moment, it kind of just seems like he was just doing it for a specific reason, and it actually does happen in real life. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, maybe it was just, who knows? What are you guys' thoughts in the comment section?
Maybe don't skip out the treats next time, Heather.
Well, in a sense of ways, like if you guys tell us what you guys think in the comment section, and then I'll probably put up the video after this conversation so you can see it for yourself.
Definitely
I'm
not.
just gonna try my best to.
It looks like it's one. It looks like a. I want to say look like. It feels like I'm playing Minecraft. I know it's not Minecraft, but I feel like it's that type of game where you do a bunch of crafting and shit, and I'm like, nah.
Blur out the Lily space because honestly, like I don't want to bring any attention towards her or a lot of people going towards her. It's just something that we're gonna be talking about.
To be honest, do you really think they're gonna find them based off the face? All I would say was just don't give the handle. It's gonna take them forever to figure it out.
I'm gonna have to cut that part out because now since you say that, people will actually try to find her by the face because since there's AI. So, anywho.
Too late. They didn't do that.
I'm gonna cut that part out. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to blur out her face and stuff like that, and blur out the.
Luckily for her, she didn't have to do that because it was in a public space. It doesn't matter.
I don't want you guys sitting hate to this person. If there's anybody gonna be really watching this, this is just more something to talk about of like the mental strain that you're putting on your partner. Because like the guy seemed pretty depressed.
No, I don't know what that is.
Videos, honestly, because like who wouldn't like imagine running over your partner? But who knows? It's kind of like a weird mission.
Hey, some people pay top dollar for running over their so-called significant other. You'd be surprised a lot of people will kill their significant other just because. Especially as like a 30-year marriage.
Honestly, it's just weird how the.
I think Rick said that. You allow people to pay top dollar just to kill their family members sometimes.
Brain works sometimes. Like we want to figure things out. We see the anomalies, and then how it affects other people. Like, how would you take it, Tony, if you accidentally?
Oh, see, I'll look into it.
He's kind of acting childish. Not gonna lie. I mean, you have your husband. You devote yourself to them.
It is.
I'm not married. A very hard time.
I'll eventually see. I'll look into it in a bit.
So,
I'll look into it.
Should I say it again? I'm sure now. Based off of what they were saying, it's like, oh, haha, my husband, it's his fault, ha ha ha. Dude, it doesn't matter how you fucking say it. That's one, rude and unnecessary. Are you saying it so often?
Yeah. She said it for a couple of videos and like that.
Journey.
And honestly,
what? Journey?
Like, oh, don't drop me when he was carrying her and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, like
Journey.
Stop putting your husband in the middle of it, man. It was the dog's fault. Blame the fucking dog. But that doesn't mean to get rid of your dog or anything like that. I mean, just blame the fucking dog at this point because it was. Ooh, excuse me. It kind of was mostly the dog's fault in my opinion. I wouldn't blame my husband for that. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next topic. And I'm just gonna say one more thing before we put on to the next topic. Just don't put those mental strains on your partner. It sucks already as is. I'm pretty sure the poor guy is already sitting there and beating himself up over that, and who knows, it may lead to something else later on. We all know what humans do when they get severely depressed. So don't.
I doubt it. That's he's too weak-minded at that point. I understand what she's getting at, but that's too weak-minded at that point.
Your partners to those breaking points. Go to therapy. don't post online. Ask for help somewhere else besides from posting online and getting views and people agreeing with you online and stuff like that. Go to couples therapy, figure out the solution, figure out the problem, and just do it together as a couple in private. In my opinion, I wouldn't post it online.
What? What? Are you giving sound advice, Bean, about not posting every fucking thing we come across? What? Oh my god, you're gonna be hated to it eventually if you keep making videos like this. You're getting sound mind, common sense? What the fuck? Are you telling me that I shouldn't post my mental illness shit? About me getting run over by my husband? How dare you? You're hateful as fuck.